That this is not my normal form of content, so a disclaimer just in the beginning. And I tend to keep like politics out of my videos, but I really felt this need to talk about this particularly recent event or a tragedy, if you want to call it, which is the passing away of Charlie Kirk, who was inhumanely, might I add, targeted at as is like in his recent event. Excuse my voice if I sound weird because I am sick. To clarify, I really want to put it out there that I do not support any of his ideas, agendas, or anything that he stood for as a person while he was alive. And I do not have respect for him as a person either. But I still felt like I really needed to get this out there while the topic is still hot and while I can still talk about it. So first and foremost, let us address the elephant in the room, which is that Charlie Kirk's passing should not be a celebratory occasion because it causes emotional harm and distress to his kids and wife that were present there, mind you, while all of this went down. They already have been through the traumatic experience of watching their loved one pass away right in front of them in such a tragic way that mourning through such a loss and then going on social media watching people parade his death and celebrated like it's a national holiday must be a terrible, terrible experience. Like, can we just admit they were innocent in all of this and they do not deserve to go through something so obviously scarring? And which brings me to my second point that physical violence should not be ever, ever be used as an answer to verbal offenses. I do agree his stereotypes, his ideas were very harmful and they were attracting this cultish following that just blindly obeyed his ideas. I still don't think that even though his ideas were that bad, I don't think that his silence should be earned on the back of physical violence. I don't think his life should be the cost of our satisfaction. I still don't agree with how this was resolved. I don't think how it went down was a good idea. I don't condone this at all. And celebrating it is very, very sick. I also think that he might have been doubling down on his fame to earn money. Let me clarify my point. It might or might not be true. It's just a vibe that I got. I think that Charlie Kirk was not actually practicing what he was preaching. I think he was riding the waves to his fame. He was doubling down on those very obviously stupid ideas. He obviously lost a lot of debates, but I think he was doubling down on them because that earned him money. Because if I don't know, it just never got the vibe from him that he actually practiced what he preached. I think he just didn't care what he was spreading because he was earning money. And I also want to counter an argument that I've seen a lot of people use to celebrate Charlie Kirk's passing and act inhumanely about it. And their biggest excuse is, oh well, Charlie didn't believe in empathy, and well, he thought that we had a lot of harm in this world because this term just like invented by people. Are you Charlie Kirk or any of his followers? Because if you're not, you should still maintain empathy because he believed that it should not exist. If you think about it, you guys are following what he said and taking it too hard and just using it against him, so you're exercising what he preached just in a different context. Wanted to target those people and those followers of Dean Withers and other such content creators that I've seen cry and show empathy towards this event, and they were targeting those people and hating on them for not celebrating it like they would. You don't have to target them and point fingers at them because they were not heartless as you guys. I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna be blunt here. You guys should not be upset with them that they were not heartless enough to celebrate the death of a person. You guys should really be pointing fingers at yourself on why you didn't have a similar reaction. Why didn't you think it was a bad idea to meet physical violence with verbal arguments? Why did you guys think it was a something to celebrate? Why did you think it was a happy occasion that somebody passed away and a family lost a member? I really think you guys should observe yourselves. I really think Dean Withers and other such content creators' reactions were pretty valid. I had a similar reaction. I was pretty saddened by the news, and I still think that even though his ideas and his arguments were pretty borderline, very, very harmful, not even borderline, they were past the border, they were pretty harmful. I still think that his that should not warrant his death. And thank you guys so much for staying with me till the end. If you did, let us not become what we really hated, and let us please show and exercise some empathy for his family that are going through a very traumatic experience. And thank you. I'll see you guys again soon.